Shalom, shalom, family. Please bear with me for a few seconds. I got to get everything lined up. I got to make sure they can hear me. I'll be right back. Shalom, shalom, family. Excuse me, excuse me. Pardon me, pardon me. I see my brother Moses is on the scene. Shalom, King, shalom. Um, Shalom, prison for Yahweh Shai. I see you. I see you, King. Right? First and foremost, I'm going to give all honor and all praise to the Most High Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Messiah, right? And of course, I want to give double honors where honor is due. The Lord put a spirit in the elders that got into this ministry and built it and brought forth the ministry of Yahweh Hashem Shai, the sense and milk, the parables, the dark sayings, and the prophecies, bringing forth 100% of the Lord's doctrine to the best of their ability. And of course, I'm going to start with Elder Tahar on down. They've been ruling well through the Spirit, right? Lord willing, the hopeful elect, right? That's even out there, four corners of the earth, that the Lord continue to put a spirit on you to be on these highways and byways and continue to do sit down to edify the men and women of Israel, right? Regardless of whatever color, whatever you repping, but as long as it's in true sincerity and you saying it under the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, right? And for the wives that's playing their role, and the single sisters that's being loving and silent and always trying to perfect themselves as being loving and silent wives, right? Lord willing, the most I have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that is not in this ministry. The title today, it is called the Lord will preserve you from evil or trouble and trouble. Um, the reason why we going into this, it's because I really just said, dang man, I want to get into reading, and I seen a brother doing a lesson on being spiritually attacked. I know another sister, she was saying on the book that she haven't been in the spirit. I know another brother, he hasn't been in the spirit, and it was just crazy to me that I went to Psalms 191 out of nowhere because Mr. Gabar was like, yo, close your eyes and just, before you do your normal reading, go do this, bing, 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 bing. Go through this, bing, bing, bing. And then I found Psalms 91, right? Hold on one second. Right. So the first verse we're gonna actually we're gonna get at, just in case anybody has questions, precepts, you can always drop them. It's fine. Each one teach one. So the first verse we're gonna actually go to, I'm over here bringing out the real sword, and we're gonna share the screen so you can actually see it as a whole, right? So Lord willing, we can just get this edification and have a good rest of the night. Other than that, out of respect for all the other brothers and sisters four corners of the earth that might be doing new moon, I want to say happy new moon, man. Happy new moon. If you don't know about new moon, hey, this is the perfect time to get in this truth to understand what the new moon is, right? The new moon is considered another Sabbath, right? It's a feast, let alone it is the beginning of a month. Moon means month, right? And actually, I'll even get that for you in the scriptures, right? Let me share my screen. Let's go to Sirach, the 43rd chapter, because I brought it up and I might as well just go to this verse. We can keep going to many more, but I'm going to just go right where it got to be, right? The 40 says, Yahweh who made it is great. It speeds on its way at his command. There is also the moon, making the passage of time. The moon, right? Whole means set apart, right? These are set apart days, which is Kodash from what is going on in this world. It says its light grows full and then grows dim. The month is named after the moon. So when you say new moon, because moon means month, you're saying new month. Marvelously to watch as it grows fuller each night, a signal light for the heavenly armies shining out in the dome of the sky. This is a fact. It shine is a shining light, and it shine out in the dome in the sky. It says a signal light for the heavenly armies. Dang man, I really don't want to go to it, but I'm gonna actually go to it. I'm gonna just read verse 9. It says, "The shining stars make the night sky lovingly brilliant ornaments in Yahweh's high heavens." I'm about to get something right because we just said it says in verse 8, a signal light for the heavenly armies, right? The heavenly armies are going to be able to see, right? I'm gonna try to real quick, go to my Facebook and go to the stories, the rails that I have on the side. And what I'm gonna try to do is bring this video into tuition. But it's another video on YouTube before we really get into the lesson, with the Lord will preserve you from evil, right? Um, I'm gonna show you a video, Lord willing, it can build up your faith, right? Uh, let me see if I got it. Nope, that's the chicken one. Okay, is it? Yeah, because I was getting some. Okay, so y'all can see my screen now, all right? Okay, so I'm about to play this video. This is an act that I know on Facebook that dropped this, but it's another brother from HOI Philly. I believe is the king, the brother Yaradon. He dropped this video, and I saved it just for this moment. So we this is actual live footage. So let's get into it. And you looking, you of course you see buildings in there, right? This is the sky, the dark sky at night. You're gonna see a light. You're gonna see some light for a point of time, and then it's gonna change. So just pay attention. Make sure you show Uzziah. I mean Shania. So this right here is to show you this is angels, regardless if you don't believe it, and if you do, I'm happy that you believe it. These are angels. This is not humans. These is not humans on ships, and they're this close. It's not happening because most airplanes, if they're too close, it's an alert noise that happened in the airplane. These are chariots. I never been in one. Have you? Right? When he say ocean, you have to understand he's getting that from the Bible. He's talking about because you have oceans beneath the firmament and you have an ocean above the firmament when you go to the book of Genesis, right? So he's talking about the ocean above the firmament. He said he don't know and he don't claim to. You go to Ezekiel, the first chapter, throughout Ezekiel, right, and you find out about angels, what they look like. You hear about angels coming down. Angels have vehicles, right? You have to know the technology of the Lord is way advanced than us, right? That right there is a faith booster to me, right? Because this is going in that the Lord will preserve you from evil, let alone in the worst moment that we have. Those angels is watching this wicked kingdom, right? So now this video is lightning strikes a man twice. This is another faith booster to help you want to seek the Lord more because the Lord is the one that is the real one that protects us. He's the one that allows you. I just seen a video yesterday. A brother fell from a four-story building. I don't know if he was doing a flip, but as soon as you go to video, he's falling off this building, this big ass building, and he lands and get his ass up. He walks, he getting down, he breathing, he trying to get his breath back because he hit the ground hard, but he gets back up. Not saying he's fully in the truth, he's dedicated to the Lord. It's just how that man get down and he fell down. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, man, I'm telling you, the Lord just be moving in miraculous ways and his things that he do. So this right here, Lord willing, it gives you faith, right? And if you saying you can't hear it, you can't hear it because there's no sound. This is a street camera watching the street. So he just got shot the first time. That's the man laying down on the ground. He got shot. Half of y'all probably never really felt a thunderbolt before. You probably felt a shock when you was trying to plug in your phone or when you was pulling that fake gum out of the little toy. But this man got hit by a thunderbolt. Then the man get hit again. And the whole point is you can get knocked down so many times by this world. But like it say in Matthew chapter 10, verse 28, a man you shouldn't be fearing a man that can just kill the flesh, right? The Lord can kill your flesh and your spirit, right? You can get shot by a bullet. This man getting hit by a thunderbolt. He's still getting up because that thunderbolt is killing is hitting them in the flesh in the insides. But that's not a spiritual hit, right? So we want to be thanking the Lord for these things, right? But let alone when when it comes to following Yahweh Shema Shai, that is a different thing, right? So we're gonna go to Psalms. We're gonna go to Psalms 121. We're gonna read verse 1 to 8, right? And it reads, "I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth." And he made heaven and earth by his powers, which would be Hamashiach Yahweh Shai and the other angels that in that power in that time that helped him, right? Through the spirit, I would say the hopeful elect in that time helped Hamashiach Yahweh Shai create the heavens and the earth, right? On the behalf of Yahweh. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved, right? He that keepeth thee will not slumber, right? The Lord don't sleep, right? He's not slacking. The Lord not taking a vacation. Now, when we talk about a day of rest, uh, uh, we talking about working. The Lord took a break from working, making things, right? We're taking a break from working of this world, but working for the Lord, things that pertain to his righteousness and his love and his cherishment. Oh, that would never stop, right? It says, "Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep," right? And that's the Lord. So if we want to be like Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, let alone Hamashiach Yahweh Shai comes in the reflection of his father, we should be trying to keep Israel build it up. That means you want to do videos. Like I seen a brother today from SOY, the beautiful spirit in the brother Saint Karatas, I believe. I'm probably saying his name wrong. That brother said, "Man, I'm about to. The Lord putting a spirit on me to do more exhortations, man. I feel like somebody need to hear this word." That's a good spirit to be in, man. To want to feed your brothers and sisters this ministry, right? That should always want to be on the heart of the men and the women of Israel, right? To feed your flock, to keep Israel, because a man shouldn't really be slumbering when our brothers and sisters is getting attacked, right? 5, it says, "Yahweh is thy keeper, Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. Who is he gonna really preserve from all evil? He's talking about his hopeful elect. He's not talking about no damn 2/3. He's not talking about these simple-minded niggas that's walking around. The women say, I don't need a man, I'm independent, or a man don't want to. No, the Lord is talking about especially the ones that's not in his ministry, and the Lord is searching their heart, and eventually they gonna come. The Lord is talking about those ones, the ones that's about to come in his truth like babes, the one that been in his truth for decades. Whatever spirit the Lord really put on you to walk in the right hand side, those are the ones that the Lord is preserving thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going in and thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth, even forevermore. The even more when it says Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil, he shall preserve thy soul. Miss Adar hit me up with a beautiful testimony that people in her area in this whole block was getting vandalized, cars getting broke in. Hey, maybe that's probably why the spirit, hours later, the spirit moved me to do this lesson. She everybody on her block was breaking into people's cars and stealing stuff. Her car was the only one on the block. I guess she had to observe to really know. You know what I'm saying? And she seen nothing was taken out of her car, and her car wasn't even touched. It's because the Lord will preserve thee from evil, but you have to be doing the will of the Lord. Let alone when we go to one of my favorite scriptures, Mark the 3rd chapter, verse 35, when he says, what did he say? He said, for whosoever shall do the will of God, right? The Most High Yahweh, the same as my brother and my sister and my mother. Let alone that's a girl that didn't get her car touched or broken into to get stuff stolen. That means she must be a sister to Mashiach Yahushua. I'm riding it with a car dirty for 2 years, no insurance, freaking inspection sticker gone, my freaking revoked license, and I'm driving, serving the Lord, going to camp, dropping wives off, going to play ball, going here, going to family events. The Lord let me drive for 2 years. Me and my brothers leave camp, in the Lord, the right there and then the Lord was already saying, man, I don't want you to ride like this no more. And he took it. I was gonna get my car back. The cop said, man, I'm supposed to take you in jail, but I like how you cooperate. The Lord says, when you do things that's well pleasing to me, I will make your enemies be at peace with you. So that is a faith booster to know if you do the will of the Lord, he's gonna count you a brother, sister, and mother. Yes, we're gonna still have shit that come our way that we gotta duck and weave like we little Kim. She freaking looked like a damn Chinese alien. But at the end of the day, it's better to deal with consequences, affliction, and chastisement on the right hand side of the Lord than the left hand side. Niggas on the left hand side said, I'm blessed. The Lord hit me with a check. Oh, I'm blessed. I got this job. I'm blessed. Niggas, how you blessed and you ain't even doing a damn thing for the Lord? That's the left hand side, right? Let's go to Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, verse 6. It says, blessed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shalt thou be when thou goest out. When you come in your house and when you going out. When you're walking from city, when you're going from city to city, out your city and in your city. You have to look at it in many ways, because I leave my house. You come back in your house. Just like it said, verse 5, blessed shalt thy basket and thy store. So the food you get, it's not going to be defiled. It's not going to have pestilence on it. It's not going to have this other artificial ingredients. Most likely, a lot of brothers I know, they make or natural stuff, right? In thy store. That means you can go in there, you gonna see a brother. Hey, yo, what up, Malak? Hey, what up, Agwab? I see you. But we're not blessed in the store, because we go over there. You got Muhammad in every store, nigga. I just saw that you got so many Muhammads, or whatever the heck they be speaking. They be speaking that Muslim goo goo gaga Scooby Doo bullshit. But what he say? Blessed shalt thou be when thou comest in. Blessed shalt thou be when thou goest out. This is that same word that he used in Revelations, the 1st chapter, verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, Blessed is he that keep these prophecies and do them, right? Right. See, they give you the same precept I brought out earlier. Um, right. Oh, I like this one. Second Chronicles chapter 1, verse 10. Give me now wisdom. Turn that down, my mind. Give me now wisdom and knowledge, that I may go out and come in before this people. For who can judge this thy people that is so great? The only ones that's going to be able to judge is the servants of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, right? Because Vlad, oh, I see you, King. Shalom. Shalom, King. I see you, King. Shalom. Shalom. You know, turn it down. Uh this of course, if you see, this lesson is dealing with that the Lord will preserve you from evil and trouble. And we need to know this even more because disasters is coming. And the main ones that the Lord is going to protect from evil and in trouble is the ones that is yielding to his power and his authority, right? A lot of us say we have a relationship with the Lord, or I'm following the Lord, and you're really not following shit. I'm going to be straightforward. I'm not about to sugarcoat it. Brothers and sisters is not giving themselves to wisdom and knowledge. It says, give me now wisdom and knowledge. Who's going to give you wisdom and knowledge? Let's go to Amos 3 and 7, because the Lord would do nothing. And if the Lord not calling you a prophet, he ain't revealing shit to you. Excuse my language. Oh man, this is Amos 3 and 7. It says, surely Yahweh God would do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his prophet. He revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. Right? So the Lord is really revealing all his mysteries to the prophets. Right? The Lord is putting a spirit on men to come out and teach. That's why when brothers like, oh, you can't watch these teachers. That's right, because you have to try them by the spirit. I have to, because I'm a man about questions, problems, and answers. This brother right here, Velaz, said, I am an Edomite. My last name is Edom. I don't know if you just playing around. That is very hilarious. Hey, I'm gonna just say hey, if you are a true Edomite and you know who you is, for all the black Latinos and natives, I'm gonna clap for you. Because we don't know who the hell we is, and you over here saying you is an Edomite. So good on Dar blessing. The Lord got you out here knowing who you is. Now, what you need to do, if you know you an Edomite, go tell the black Latinos and natives, whoever you know, go do a video and say, hey, you God's chosen people, and in the video. That's all I need you to do. That's all I want you to do, and that's all I need you to do. When they hear a white man telling them they God chosen people, my brothers and sisters is going to take the truth more serious instead of a black man telling them. But you, Tom, Bill, what's your first name? John, Kevin? What's your first name? Bill, Bob? Because I know it ain't Maurice, right? But hey, all praise to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? But back to what we're saying. If you got any other questions or precepts, things that you want to say, valid. I'm gonna just call you. Said your last name Edom, so I'm gonna just call you Edom. His name is Harad. This nigga playing this. That man over here trying to make okay, Harad. So the Lord would do nothing but he reveal his secrets to the prophets. Let's go to Psalms 41 verse 2, and it reads, Yahweh will preserve him and keep him alive. Yahweh will preserve him and keep him alive. Right? Who is the Lord going to preserve? Who is he going to keep alive? And he shall be blessed upon the earth, and thou wilt not deliver him into the will of his enemies. The Lord is talking about the hopeful elect. The Lord is going to be trying the 1/3. The Lord is going to be applying pressure to the 144, the 144 elect. Regardless, if me and you might not know, we might be the hopeful elect, or we might not. You have to know, whoever is the real servants of the Lord is going to test you. If the Lord is not chastising you, I don't know who the hell you think. Woo! Let's see if we can get it. I know it's one in The one I'm looking for is in Hebrews. That's a good one too. Luke 23:16. I will chastise him and release him. In First Corinthians, I think in the chapter 10, the Lord would never put you in a situation that is not an escape from. He'll chastise you and guess what? Release you, right? Or give you a exit point, right? This brother just said, praise Malak. Well, that's for you. Over here, we praise Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? All these other guys, they mean nothing. They mean nothing. The dumbest things I ever heard, right? Let's go to this Isaiah 57. We're going to read this in verse 1 and 2. Where's that? Okay. All right. So Isaiah 57 verse 1 and 2 is in, you could read in the KJV. KJV is straight hitter. I'm just reading these because of the certain words I want to hit the babies that's coming in this truth, that's in this truth, so it can be straight to them, right? So this Isaiah 57 verse 1 and 2, it says, God, good people pass away. Good people pass away, but nobody's good but the Most High. So we would have to know what he mean by good, right? Because I know a lot of people be like, look, when you read in KJV, it says the righteous man perish, and no man takes it to heart. And devout men are taken away. Devout men are taken away, while no one understands. For the righteous man is taken away from evil. Barakatah. Right? So now, Barakatah. So now, when you see the word good, that's talking about righteous. So righteous people pass away. The godly often die before their time, but no one seems to care or wonder why. No one seems to understand that God is protecting them from the evil to come, right? The Lord might see in your heart, you might not be prepared for famine of the word or Jacob trouble or the mark of the beast or race war. So the Lord probably took your ass out. You probably died of cancer, diabetes, HIV, AIDS, or you just died in your sleep, right? The Lord did that, right? But we're talking about the righteous, right? Verse 2, it says, for those who follow godly paths will rest in peace when they die. So I know it's one of Psalms, paths, path. I know it's one in I know they, please tell me they gonna give me the one in watch over the path of the godly, but the path of the wicked. At least, look, I'm gonna even read this. I think we're gonna go through a lot of them. Psalms 1, chapter 1, verse 6. It says, for Yahweh watches over the path of the godly, but the path of the wicked leads to destruction. Right? Let's see. Psalm 17 and 5. My steps have stayed on your path. I have not wavered from following you. Following you, yes, walking. I'm walking, I'm following you, Yahweh Shai, and even more, following the culture. Yahweh Shai did Passover. If you was following him, your ass was doing Passover. He was doing the Sabbath, you were doing the Sabbath. He was probably wearing a garment, you're gonna wear a garment, right? Let me see. I'm trying to look for the one. Where is it at? Okay, right. This is Psalms 37, 37 verse 31. They have made God's law their own. Like, some of us might have our own law. Like when you look at the Pharisees, wash your hands. If you don't wash your hands, that's tradition of men. But it says they made God's law their own. So now when I'm cleaving to the Lord's law, statutes, and commandments, and I'm applying them in my life, and they're my laws, right? Because I'm a Hebrew Israelite, and the Lord bestowed that we supposed to keep these. It says so that they will never slip from his path. You keeping these laws, statutes, commandments, being grounded in faith, that is his path. Not that shabba dabba ding dong where Scooby Doo, where are you? That's not the Lord's path, right? Because when you look at Psalms 119, verse 101, it says, I have refused to walk on any evil path so that I may remain, right, obedient to your word. So if you refuse that evil, that's the path the Lord wants you on. You have to be obedient and be obedient to his faith and his law, statutes, and commandments, right? Psalms 119, verse 105. Your word is a lamp to guide my feet. If you don't got light, you ain't gonna know where the hell you're going. But if we was to look at life spiritually, the lamp is a guide to our feet in the light of my path. So the light that you see, which will really be the law, that is your path. That is the light that you're gonna like. If it's dark as hell and I'm flashing a light and you see it forward, you're gonna follow the light. You're not gonna leave where the light is at. So the law, statutes, and commandments and the faith build it in it. You're gonna follow the light, right? Okay, brother. You are I am not an Israelite, but you are. Okay, Edomite. All I know is Esau is Hebrew, but scriptures say prove all things. So I'll just be chilling and continue doing this beautiful thing over here. And you just show scriptures that you're an Israelite. And I'll wait. Yeah, okay. This is Proverbs 5 and 21. It's the last one. It says, for Yahweh sees clearly what a man does, examining every path he takes. So that means, my brother and sister, you want to smoke crack, the Lord watching. You want to be a sweet tooth frankincense, Frank Ocean, the Lord see that. You want to, oh, I'm an Israelite, but you don't want to read and do none of the work. The Lord is watching that. It's some children out here that's defiant. It's some people, oh, I'm an Israelite. And then when they leave somebody that's in the truth, they want to act like, they want to act like they don't care. It's some teens, grown-ups, elders, little children. They don't really give a damn about the Lord. They don't. They don't. Right? Hey, sometimes I'm an asshole to my children when they do something wrong, when they know they shouldn't. If they know it's against the Lord, I come at my daughter, my all the time, because I care for my daughter more than anybody. I care for my daughter more than her grandmother, her dad, her mom, her granddad, her mom. I want the best for my. So if my do something that I know what, I'm gonna get on her butt. And it's not like I hate my. I'm not gonna lie, I will kill anybody for what's mine. That's mine. My is mine. But at the end of the day, if you ain't serving the Lord correctly, I'm gonna get on your butt. And that's what real love is, right? And we got to understand the Lord do not condone when you want to make your own paths. Just like Mr. Edomite, what's his name? Edom, Mr. Edom, Mr. freaking Red, Mr. Red Man. He over here gonna say that he's an Israelite. I'm gonna say you're freaking wrong, right? So let's get to another verse, right? Let's go to Isaiah 41, verse 10. Right? Isaiah 41, verse 10. I'm just seeing if anybody wrote anything else. This brother said my profile picture is a Judean Israelite. I'm happy. I'm not caring about that Judean Israelite picture you're talking about. I want you to prove scripture that you're an Israelite. You said that you're an Edomite. An Edomite is a nation. If you are an Edomite, you couldn't be an Israelite. Now you could be a Hebrew Edomite because Edomites are Hebrew because y'all come from Shem, but you're not an Israelite. A Hebrew Israelite is a nationality. An Edomite is a nationality. You can't be two things. You have to be an Edomite or a Hebrew Israelite. So at the end of the day, I really think you need to get some tissue and wipe your ass because you talking straight shit. Excuse my language. I have to be real because a lot of people are going to watch your shenanigans. You feel me? You might need an annihilator so you can shut up now and shut up later, right? So let's go to Isaiah 41 and 10, right? This is Isaiah 41 and 10. It says, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. Yeah, I will help thee. Yeah, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. For the black Latinos and natives, I want you to yield yourself to the power of the Lord, because a gun, yes, is gonna help. You're gonna have to run out of ammo. You gotta reload. You don't have to reload Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You gotta reload your faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He's the one that's gonna protect you. He's the one that's gonna stretch forth his arm. He's the one that's going to take you out. If this place get hit and it's destroyed in 1 hour, how the hell you niggas is gonna make it? An airplane ain't gonna even be able to fly its way out of here that fast. I'm being truthfully honest. You go to an airport and this place is going to be destroyed in 1 hour. I might have a flight at 9 o'clock. It says 9 o'clock. You niggas, we hardly get on that plane until 9:20, 9:30, 9:45. Then when you on the plane, it still don't take off. So you'll be a sorry nigga thinking, I'm going to get on a private jet. I'm going to get on the airplane before while the bombs is dropping. You are a total idiot. A lot of people think they're going to flee away from the destruction of the Lord. Only the hopeful elect. Hey, even the elites, they're going to be able to hide in their bunkers. But at the end of the day, guess what? We're going to be digging them out their bunker saying, hi. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. The brother said, look at H132 in the Strong's Concordance. You want me to look at that in the Strong Concordance? Okay, I'll do it. But you can still show scriptures. I'm gonna give you First Thessalonians 5:21. It says, "Prove all things and hold fast to which is good." He mean prove it with scriptures. And if you prove whatever that H132 come from, you can get the scripture, and then we can go to it. Because anytime you use those H132 is going to a word that's in the scripture. Okay, drop the scripture, King. And just in case, if you are an Edomite, you are a king. If you are an Arab, you are a king. If you are an Israelite, you are a king. Technically, each man in this world is technically a king, right? If you are a true Edomite, you are a wicked king, right? So Psalms 91, verse 1 to 16, right? Lord willing, you could just read this for inspiration. KJV straight on point. When you read in the NLT, it's just plain. You know what I'm saying? And read it. This is motivation for me. Even when before you start your day, right? So Psalms 91 verse 1, it says, "Though those who live in the shelter of the Most High, which is the pavilion, will find rest in the shadow of the Almighty. This I declare about Yahweh. He alone is my refuge, right? He is your safety, my place of safety. He is my power. I trust him. For he will rescue you from every trap and protect you from daily disease, right? A lot of us do not have syphilis, HIV, herpes, a lot of these diseases that's going around the world. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is protecting some people, even though a lot of us had probably a terrible past. Now, it is some people in the world that didn't even come close to it. Hey, all praises to the Lord, right? It says, he will cover you with his feathers and he will shelter you with his wings. His faithful promises are your armor and protection. Do not be afraid of the terrors of the night, nor the arrows that fly in the day. Do not dread the disease that stalk in darkness, which a lot of brothers, even though I know the elders, they would really bring this out mad deep, right? But we already know a lot of brothers is catching disease at night because they want to go get them a nigga bitch. They want a Dwayne Wade son or whatever the heck they think that they want. Let alone you got some people sharing the same needles because they want to get high off of the supply, right? It's many diseases out here, and those diseases that we see in front of us is a curse that the Lord put upon our nation. Nor the disaster that strike at midday, right? We've seen disasters for the past few days and few weeks. You turn around, it's another disaster, right? Strike at midday. Though 1,000 fall at your side, though 10,000 are dying around you, these evils will not touch you. Hey, in the later end, you have to know you will see death. We seeing death now, but I'm actually saying you're going to see somebody get killed, right? From the left to the right. Even where in Isaiah, some people eyes are going to melt in their socket. Their tongue is going to melt in their mouth. But the Lord said these evils will not touch you. So we got to have faith in the Lord, right? You want to build up your faith. Stay pleasing the Lord and stop pleasing yourself. Please the Lord and stop pleasing everybody else. Because when you please the Lord is the one that's going to shield you, right? It says, just open your eyes and see how the wicked are punished. Guess what? You have to, that's why it's called watch. He said, open your eyes. A lot of us is not opening our eyes to see what the wicked is going through, right? You got Dwayne Wade family, all his business is outside. Some of us, you got Boosie Badass talking about this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? The wicked is going to get punished, right? Hey, and you might have a minor wicked, right? No offense. Black people shouldn't be getting killed in the street, right? Cops shouldn't be having a net, but our enemies are going to persecute us. Trayvon Martin, his father is a Freemason, right? Some things the Lord will wipe you out. I'm not disregarding what that cop did, but at the end of the day, the way that Trayvon Martin family was raising him up, they wasn't raising him to fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So the most of our brothers and sisters that didn't even make it to have a chance to come in this truth, the Lord punished them in front of the whole world. Allowed brothers to get killed. Look at Chris Brown. Just finding out, it's videos out there. Chris Brown, hint on hint, he had got herpes from Rihanna. It's videos out. She was giving Jay-Z the monocular. The monocular is when your head is moving. The monocular. You know it. I know you sisters know the monocular. And she was in the closet with Jay-Z doing the monocular. You know what I'm saying? And Chris Brown walked, he ain't having it. And she wanted to chase him when she got monocular breath. You just got done doing the monocular 4,000. Come here, babe. Girl, you just got a whole J on your lip. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, guess what? She got that ass touch. She got her ass whooped. I'm not saying men should be whooping their women, man. I ain't gonna lie. Some of these women do need a tap on their butt because they be wilding. But at the end of the day, you can see the punishment of the wicked. Chris Brown put his hands on her. Yo, R. Kelly want to pee on young girls, man. These young girls want a boy, so you want a boyfriend so bad, I'm gonna take you to R. Kelly so he can piss on you. Right? Our young daughters is not being trained. They thinking about a nigga and not trying to get a man of the Lord. This is why young girls is either getting used by men. Oh, mom, he did it. What you do? I had sex with him and he ain't calling back. That's what you get. You want to open your legs too fast, Scotty, too hottie. I'm glad he left. The wicked, yo, and it's many ways, brothers. I have dreams that I see myself getting shot or something. I see things that I did in my past. Yo, if I get shot, I get hit, I get sick. Guess what? Those is punishments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But you have to know the left-hand side is going to get it worse than the brothers that's serving the Lord. Right? The ones that serving the Lord, they know they got to get persecuted for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But the left-hand side, these niggas don't know. They don't know that. I'm sorry. Half of these brothers on the left-hand side, they don't know when they talking to a female or a woman, right? Because they so wicked. These nigga bitches is wearing so much, you know what I'm saying? A brother don't know if this is a woman or a man, and then he get caught getting some sugar. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, the wicked is going through something, right? And this is not the time to be on the wrong side of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It says, if you make Yahweh your refuge, if you make the Most High your shelter, no evil will conquer you. No plague will come near your home. And a lot of people got hit with that snowstorm. Some people didn't have food, right? COVID. Some people was dealing with certain things, during the midst of their house, during this COVID situation. Guess what? My household, the Lord was allowing my household to have money. The Lord was allowing us to have food. Everybody in this household didn't need or want for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Except for some juice. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a hug or two, right? But when you serving the Lord ain't gonna have the ones that He see putting their foot, putting their foot to the pedestal. I mean, on the pedal, the Lord is gonna always be there. With Michael Jackson, I'll be there. Man, the Lord said that before Michael. You know what I'm saying? Verse 11, it says, for He will order His angels to protect you wherever you go. Did we not just see the video of the angels over near the firmament? Yes, because they're watching over. We're going to go to Amos 9 and 8, where it says, the Lord eyes is upon the sinful kingdom. He's looking through the angels because He got angels that got eyes upon eyes, right? It says they will hold you up with your hands so you won't even hurt your feet on a stone, right? You will trample upon lions and cobras. You will crush fierce lions and serpents under your feet. Oh man, you better tell me I'm gonna kill Mufasa. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh says, I will rescue those who love me. John chapter 14, verse 15. If you love me, keep my commandments. So it's a lot of people that, oh, I got a relationship with the Lord. Do you love him? Yeah, I love him. But bro, you got a whole boyfriend. We got to really evaluate ourselves. It says, I will protect those who trust in me. You trusting in every word that's in this Bible, right? Because Yahweh Shai come in a whole volume and the Lord comes in a volume. That's a way of trust, believing in the Lord. Rearranging your life, that's trusting in the Lord, sacrificing. I want to be on TV. I'm not gonna lie. That's my dream. I had it. It was there. My Miss Gabar can tell you, I had a chance to be on TV again while I was in the truth. Right? That's I'm not better than nobody. I'm nothing. I am literally a piece of nothing. But the Lord allowed these things to come to either test me. Because if I would have did do it, I'm just saying how the industry go, and us, we love to get money, and you know what I'm saying. I probably would go all the way left, but the Lord had me go another place, and I didn't fight it. I didn't try to pursue that career again, and the Lord had me meet my brother Yan Mayan, and look where we at, man. To the kingdom and never back, right? So that's how the Lord protect those who trust in Him. Jeremiah 17:10, the Lord say He searched the heart and try the reins and give every man according to his ways. So the Lord must have been searching my heart, and then He knew eventually He's gonna submit. He's gonna eventually cleave to me. And look where I'm at now. Right? I have to use me as an example because I don't know everybody that's watching my live. I don't know everybody. So I don't know what everybody's going through in their process when they came to the truth. Right? It says, when they call on me, I will answer. I will be with them in trouble. I will rescue and honor them. I will reward them with a long life and give them my salvation. Hey, this is another beautiful thing. I met a OG, triple OG with the GG. He was born in 1923. He's 100 years old right now. This man been in damn near every war for America. For to the Lord allow him to live a long life. I don't know if he's serving the Lord. I didn't even get to go ask him. But I know he was serving a war and not understanding probably our enemies, but he was dealing with segregation, the racist. But he said the most love he ever got was overseas because racism wasn't overseas, But when he came to America, I'm like, dang. But those are the people you want to pray for. You know what I'm saying? Even the ones that I can't reach and talk to, you want to pray for those that, Lord willing, the Lord can give them long life, because you want brothers and sisters to have a long life, to have enough time to not be able to say, oh man, I wish I coulda, shoulda, woulda, tutta. If you have a chance to live on this earth, even if you're 199, 40, 13, you should always want to feel like you want to search the Lord or know something about the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Um, uh, let me see what this brother just put. He said H132, and I see you didn't do what I asked you to do. I asked you to show scriptures, but it's okay. Salakia, Mr. Edom said H132 says is used to describe both David and Esau. And also look up H1119. The root word of Adam was translated to red. Let me tell you something. Just because I'm just telling you, just because it say that, and sometimes in a blue letter, some things like you look at one scripture, it would say that Esau is the progenitor of the Arabs. That is totally wrong. And that's why I told you to show scriptures first. Now, when you might say David, a lot of people is talking about rugged. You're talking about what he looks like. I don't give a damn about what you look like. I'm talking about what's your nation. If you are a so-called Edomite, I'm gonna tell you David comes from the tribe of Judah. Esau don't come from not one tribe of Judah, because Edom is a nation. I hope you can understand that, Mr. Edom, Mr. Red Sausage. I hope you can understand that. You have to understand, the Lord deals with nations. Actually, I'm about to do this for you right now. I'm about to do this for you right now. Whoever you is, Mr. Saiyan Man, right? Because I think you playing around. So I have to call you a whole bunch of other names because you calling yourself Edomite. My whole life being on this earth, I never heard somebody name Edomite. But then you switch it and say, hey, my last name is Edom and my first name is Harad. Harad Edom. I'm just gonna say this. If your mother and father named you that, that is the most brutish people I ever met. Lord willing, you know what brutish mean, right? This brother just put Sons of Solomon 5 and 10. My beloved is white and rugged, the chiefest amongst 10,000. Okay. What the heck was I about to go to? Dang, I forgot what I was really about to go to. Dang, I forgot what I was about to go to. Oh man, don't you love it? Revelations 1 of 5, his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes was a flame of fire. Oh, I'm sorry. Whatever. See, now I'm not about to pay attention to you after that. I can't take you serious after you just did that one. Okay, I'm gonna just bring this out just for edification's sake, because I know people is there listening to me, and then they hear you coming out with some shabba dabba lulu. So let's get that same verse that you just brought out, because you wilding on that one. And then he said, Isaiah 1:18, come now and let us reason together, saith Yahweh. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they be red like crimson, they shall be like wool. Isaiah 1:18 is not dealing with nation. You taking that all the way to the left where it should never go left. The Revelation chapter 1 verse 14, you took that all the way left, went in the ocean and never freaking came back, right? You can't go to Revelations 1 and 14 and say, hey, I'm going to use this, when you really know that this goes into when John had the image in Patmos about this is about the revelation about Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, right? So this is about when John had a vision of him seeing Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. So you want to put verse 14, that goes into his image, his head, that because you have to know when you say head, this is talking about your whole head from chin to upper, his head and his hairs. So the head up here and the hairs that we normally would have on our face were white like wool. So it was woolly. If I took all of this out, it would be woolly. And it was white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire, because yes, he was a wine bibber, just like it says in many other scriptures, right? But Genesis that a lot of people relate to, but he was stressing over Israel, right? But this does not, for you to try to use that I don't know what you was trying to use. I don't know, but please get that out your vocabulary, because you have to go to verse 15 where it says, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burn in the furnace, because it's trying to show you this man was burnt in the furnace. You trying to use Revelations 1 and 14 to prove that that's not talking about his hair? Yes, it is. Oh man, this man, I don't know. I don't know if it's a bag of rocks or you that's slow, right? So when it says hairs. He said brass in a furnace is white. When it say hair in that verse, look what it says on the screen. Hair. It says the hair of the head, the hair of animals, uncertain derivation, but it's hair. Hair. That's what it is. It's dealing with hair on your head. I'm sorry, whoever you is, Donald Trump, Edom, whoever you is. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't know if you're making a mockery. You probably really making a mockery of yourself. I'm gonna just let you keep doing what you're doing, brother. Um, but everybody else, Lord willing, you got edified from those few verses. We almost out of here. We're gonna go to Second Timothy, the fourth chapter, verse 18. Right. Let me make sure everybody is copacetic. Everybody good. Everybody good. I see everybody chilling in the villain, a place to be. Nobody got questions. No, everybody understand. Okay, that's good. Right. So Second Timothy, the fourth chapter, verse 18, it says, "And Yahweh shall deliver me from every evil work." Right. And a lot of people, if you came from being a drug dealer, a whore, or whatever you was doing that we could say that's unrighteous, unworldly against the Lord, and he brings you in this ministry and you know the Lord's name, you understand 613 laws and commandments, you understand that prophecies have to be filled, your house has to be in order. These are the things that we need to understand about our Lord and to approve ourselves unto the Lord, let alone study to approve yourself, because the Lord will deliver you from every evil work, right? He's going to take you away from sin that's right in front of you or beside you or behind you, and will preserve me unto this heavenly kingdom, right? A lot of us through the Spirit might be preserved for the kingdom. To whom be glory forever and ever. Amen. Because even in myself, I don't even believe I'm worthy to even be in this truth or to be praying, right? But Yahweh Shema Shai, for some lucky reason, I'm luckier than that one kid in Willy Wonka when he was getting that golden ticket, and his grandmother and auntie, all of them was sleeping in one bed. I'm more luckier than him. All the stuff that I did, and that's another reason sisters should really be going. I'm saying so. Proverbs, Proverbs 19 and 23. Proverbs 19:23. It reads, "Obey Yahweh." This is It says, "Obey Yahweh, and you will live a long life and safe from harm." Some people might, oh yes, I'm to know the Lord. Please don't put in your vocabulary, God loves me, right? Because a lot of us believe being chastised is the Lord expressing He loves you. Oh, the Hebrews. Yep, that's the one I wanted. It just wasn't in the mind. I'm over here thinking about a different chapter or a different book. So this is Hebrews, the 12th chapter, verse 6 to 11 is by far you can get there. But I'm gonna just read 6 to 8. It says, "For whom Yahweh loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receive." Basically, who he receives in the ministry, who he receives and loves, right? And that's somebody that's trying to come and keep these laws that commandments to the best of their ability. That's somebody that's trying to build their faith in, right? Because without faith, it's impossible to please him. People that's trying to their faith of uh, the Lord is going to be receiving you, right? It says, "If ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons." The Lord is not putting you through certain. Really say the Lord is dealing with you. This is one way we know the Lord is dealing with us, when He chastises us. Let alone if you're enduring the chastisement. Some of us get chastised. Oh, I quit. Right? It says, "But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers. Then are ye bastards and not sons. What is a bastard? A fatherless son. So if you can't see you getting chastised and everything is peaches and cream, hey brother, excuse my language, stay away from me, because I do believe, like it say in Ephesians the 6th chapter, we don't wrestle between flesh and blood, but against principalities in high places, right, in darkness, right. Let's go to Romans the 12th chapter, verse 19. Let's get it. Let's get it. It says, "Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, because we should allow Yahweh Shem Yahushai to avenge us." Just because I say Esau and these other nations is not getting in the kingdom, Esau, all these other nations are going to be slaves, I'm not saying my brothers, I'm going to say niggas, because I'm not talking to the ones that say it's about the Lord, because y'all get me. You get me. But you niggas just think, get your guns and go kill them. No, nobody's saying that, right? You should not be in this place thinking about vengeance, like, let me go kill. Now, we talk about scriptures that, the Lord is going to seek out vengeance with his enemies through, his saints, Israel, and he's going to do it with Yahushua. Hey, that's different. That's a whole lesson. But us physically, I'm about to go to the White House and just go kill these. I'm about to drop bombs on them. No, 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 no. But rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord. And that's a fact. The Lord, when he repays, is going to be way better than me and you. Because when you really look at it, me and you, we don't even got an army. Let a nigga say, "Oh, let's go bomb the White House." And nigga, don't you know the only thing you gonna be able to do is throw the grenade over the gate? That's it. And the gate not even near where the White House is at. The way they got brothers standing. I think it's Second Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 6. Wait, Second Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 6. It says, which is a man. Wait, hold on. No, verse 6, Salaki. Seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. It's we went through 14 captivities, right? And I'm gonna show this in the screen, and I know a lot of people seen this 14. Oh no, sorry. I'm saying KJV. It's a picture. Salaki is a picture. It's 14 captivities Israel went through. I got these in my notes. And you could just do what I just did. Have all the scriptures to show you that this is real, let alone when you go to Judges, we went through 7 other captivities damn near in just one chapter. And we were just oppressed for a certain amount of time. Right? These is the captivities of the nation of Israel. That I'm not saying other nations wasn't in captivity, but when we talk about the Bible, it's really about Israel. Nobody went into captivity like Israel. No other nation was in captivity like Israel and doing what Israel was doing. Damn, there are a lot of these empires we helped build their infrastructure more than all the other nations. Let alone when you read Babylon to Timbuktu, it will show you that we built a lot of infrastructures, right? So of course you see the first one as in Egypt, the Egypt. Then you got the Cushites, some other so-called Ethiopians. You have Moab, the so-called Chinese in the book of Judges. You see the chapters right there. So you can go search it for yourself. The scriptures say, make God true and every man a liar. I want to put so much respect on the Lord. F me, right? Obey the Lord and not man, right? So the Lord allowed me to see this, and I have them in scriptures. I have them highlighted and I have them in my notebooks. This is not me going to a physical man and just showing it, but hey, there's nothing wrong with that, because sometimes somebody might have to give you the sense on knowing, yo, Israel went through this, because I didn't know these before. But the Lord allowed me to search my history, and I was able to find it in scriptures, and then I was able to go look and see if I can find a picture, because people were asking for it. I was sending them my notes, And then I was sending them this picture right here too, right? Then you got the Canaanites, another so-called Africans, and the Medianites. This is what they call them in the Bible, right? The Ammonites, which we might call as Japanese, the Philistines, another so-called African, the Assyrians, the Babylonians, who would be Ethiopians. Ethiopians wanted to call themselves after the city they were living in. And you have Cush, the land of Cush of Ethiopia, and then you had the south side of where the Ethiopians were. They lived where Nimrod was at, the Tower of Babel, right? And they called the place Babylon, right? And a lot of Ethiopians were living in Babylon, and they were either called Babylonians or Chaldeans, right? Then the Persian and Medes, right? The East Indians, right? And the Persians, and of course deriving from Japhet, right? But you would have to go in the Apocrypha to even read this, right? Uh Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, and the additional Esther in First and Second Esdras, and of course you could read it in Daniel. The Greeks, you hear about this in Daniel. You hear about it in Daniel, but it comes into play if you read the First and Second Maccabees. Maccabees were real men, right? Israelites. Let alone when you think of the movie 300. 300s, even when you look at the Maccabees, it would tell you that the men of 300 was related to Abraham. They were Hebrews. They were Israelites too, right? So when we see it in the movie, 300 wasn't 300 that we talking about. 300 was actually brothers, Jakes. The Roman captivity, which you hear in the book of Daniel, but you will have to read in between, of course, Daniel, other books, let alone the time of the Renaissance, the Dark Ages. Of course, you're gonna read Wisdom of Solomon, some in Sirach, because you got to know when the image of Yahweh, the image of Jesus Christ, came into play. Um, uh, a little bit in the Maccabees, because you hear about the Romans. They start building their empire way before the New Testament, right? They start building their empire like what, 65 BC, even before that, because you have to know the devil, which we would say Esau was going to and fro, seeking whom he may devour. And Esau really lives in the land of Edom. Their capital is Basra, but a lot of things shift. In the Babylonian exile, Babylon was owning a lot of land. Then it went to the Persians. The Persians was owning a lot of land, and the Greeks were owning a lot of land. So you have to know, and a lot of times Edom was traveling to and fro. That's why they conquer Italy. They conquer Olympia. They conquer Rome. They conquer Greek. They conquer Europe, right? And Israel, we were scattered four corners of the earth, right? The Greeks, they left from Shittim, that's all the way near Olympia, that's near Spain and all of that. They left that place, and Alexander and his whole unit crossed all the way through the south and the east of that, and conquered mad land, right? The Africans and the Arabs before, the Europeans came and got us in the 1600s. And then the last one is America. If you don't believe it, hey, I'm not here to force it. I'm just here to show you that all of these things is in the scriptures. Just through the spirit, the Lord has to increase you in this knowledge for you to even get it, because some of us can't really see it, right? And that's just being honest, right? Second Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 3. But Yahweh Shema Shai is faithful, who shall establish you and keep you from evil. So the Lord is faithful to his hopeful elect. That's why he tells you in Zechariah the 13th chapter, verse 9, he will try the 1/3 through the fire like silver is tried. Right? So the hopeful elect has to be refined, right? And we're going to be tested during this time, right? So even more for a man, for the Lord to be chastising in this time right now, dealing with certain things. Sometimes you might be getting in the spirit and out of the spirit. That's the Lord doing that to you. Because guess what? The Lord might see, you know what, he gonna come back even stronger, right? Proverbs the 16th chapter, verse 9. It says, a man's heart deviseth his ways, right? And that's why Jeremiah 17 and 9, it says the heart is deceitful above all things. Who can know it, right? No man can know his heart, right? So his heart divisive his ways. A lot of us move on with my heart's desire instead of the Lord. That's why it says, but Yahweh directeth his steps. No man and no woman think you did it. No, it's all the Lord, right? Even if your wife getting on your damn nerve, the Lord did that. You know what I'm saying? That's how everything is the Lord. None of us really have power over our life. It's really Yahweh Shem our Shai that seems fit, right? Isaiah 54:17. It reads, no weapon that is formed against me, Salaki, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, right? And every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of his servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith Yahweh, right? The Lord did strange things. You could look at Paul and Silas that was in prison, right? And no harm was done. These start praising the Lord while they was in prison, and the other, prisoners was hearing it, and the shackles broke off, and the gates opened. Even the guard got stuck, and he was like, Paul, like, no, I'm right here. This man dropped down to his damn knees. The Lord is going to do miracles, especially for the hopeful elect. The Lord is going to do miracles for somebody that has little faith, but the Lord knows in his heart after he see this, he's going to build his faith. Right? So we have to know no weapon that is formed against thee is going to prosper. Right? Hey, I was a little kid, I'm not gonna lie, at the age of 7, going to Hurdle High School. A brother pointed a gun at me right before the school pulled up, right in my face. So you don't see no bullet hole, no my face deformed. Yo, brothers can pull out a weapon. Guess what? You got brothers in this truth that had a gun pointed at them, right? Even the brothers in Sakari, a gun pointed directly at them. Click, click, click. Niggas is shooting. Ain't nothing touch them. You know, it's a lot of enemies, even in your own nation, that that consult about putting harm onto you, and it won't happen. Even women. A sister tried to come out and say some wicked things about me on Clubhouse. You know what I'm saying, Sister Tiffany? How you doing? And that shit turned around and bit her in the butt. You know, um, because the Lord always has the truth out. You know what I'm saying? And if you do anything wrong, especially wicked, whatever's in the dark is gonna come to light. So anything I do wrong, there's no way that I could really hide it from the world if I wanted to. Because if the Lord wanted to come to light, He's gonna let it come to light. Right? Let's go to Second Samuel. We almost done. I mean it. I promise. The third verse. Second Samuel chapter 22, verse 3 and 4. It says, my God, my power of my rock, in him will I trust. He is my shield and the horn of my salvation. When you go to Luke 1 and 68, it tells you he will build up a horn, a horn unto Israel. And that horn will go into a king, a kingdom, and a power. And that horn is really Hamashiach Yahushai, my high tower. Yo, and I got a sidebar for all you sisters. When you go to Sirach, the 26th chapter, it tells you a wife is a high tower to her husband. So for the Lord to say he's our rock, we should trust in him. He's our shield. He's our horn of salvation. My high tower. You women should not be worried about a man's position and what he want and what he desire. You got to know you have a good role. Your position is a high tower, baby. In my refuge. Right? My Savior, thou savest me from violence. I will call on Yahweh, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I save from my enemies. Like this brother Valid. I'm gonna show it on the screen because this brother say he's an Israelite, right? And I'm gonna say this for anybody. This brother say he an Israelite. Then the man wanted to say this right here, right? Where is that? He gonna say praise Moloch. They use this in the music industry. Moloch, right? And we were sacrificing our kids. The Lord not dealing with this. This is how I know you ain't no Israelite, right? This is Moloch. Sacrifices, right? Do you agree, Miss Gabar? Huh? Shania, she not over there? Okay. Well, this is Moloch, right? This is what we was doing, right? Sacrifices, right? When you go to KJV, we, we can really get into it, right? This brother said, "Praise Moloch." You can't be an Israelite if you saying praise Moloch. There's no way. The Lord ain't dealing with no man that's putting another deity, another fake thing over him. There's no way, right? And you gotta make Moloch, right? This is not what I want because they got many scriptures on it. I won't go to the verse of Moloch. Moloch is your rabbi. Well, clap, clap, bravo for you. I'm happy for you. You was saying that. I'm not about to say praise Malak. Sorry, never heard of that. I'm gonna go to Wisdom of Solomon because Wisdom of Solomon it really hits it. You got other books that hit it too, but I'm gonna go to Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon 14, straight on point. I'm gonna start at 15 because Moloch, you have to you have to they carved in. Sorry, my computer be acting a little shiffy. Oh my goodness, man. I'm gonna just read it, man. Wisdom of Solomon, the 15th chapter, verse 4. It says, "We of human skill by any useless project painting by some artist or by any idol smeared with different colors." And that goes into the Caesar Borgia picture, right? This is in the G&T. I'll read it in the KJV. So lucky y'all, right? So verse 3. For to know thee is perfect righteousness. Yes. To know the hour is the for neither did mischievous invention image spotted with diverse colors. Caesar Borgia has diverse colors. It says the painter's fruitless labor, the sight whereof entice fools to lust after it. So they desire the form of a dead image that had no breath, right? Then, even if you go to Wisdom of Solomon, the 14th chapter, right? You go to verse verse 8. But that is cursed as well he that made it. So the idol and the one that made it is cursed. He because he made it, and it because being corruptible, it was called God. For ungodly and ungodliness are both alike hateful unto God. For that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it. Right? For therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation, because in the creature of God, they are become an abomination and a stumbling block. This is a stumbling block to us, to the souls of men, in a trap, a snare to the feet of the unwise. Right? If it's a trap unto you, it's because you're unwise. It says, for the devising, Salaki, where we at? Right. Yeah. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication. So back then, we were worshiping Malak. That is spiritual. That's the beginning of spiritual fornication. The invention of them, the corruption of life. And neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be before ever. Right? Let alone when Moses went up, what did they do? They made a golden calf. The Lord is not dealing with that, right? This was made. This was made by man. This was made by man. This right here was made by man. This was made by man. That was made by man. This was made by man. That was made by man. That was made by man. That's made by men. The Lord is not dealing with that, right? Solomon is my 30 30. He said 32nd, my 32nd grandpa. Yo, I'm gonna just finish these last verses, man. This man Edom is hilarious, right? Let's go to Psalms. Let's go to Psalms 109, man. You is hilarious, man. Whoever you is. I'm not gonna read all of this because it's from verse 1 to verse 31, right? I don't want to keep y'all on the live too long, so I'll read a few of them, right? Verse 1. It says, hold not thy peace, O God, of thy praise. For the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are open against me. They have spoken against me with a lying tongue. They compassed me about also with words of hatred and fought against me without a cause. For my love, they are my adversaries, but I give myself unto prayer. And they have rewarded me evil for good and hatred for love. Set thou a wicked man over him, and let Satan stand at his right hand. And when he shall be judged, let him be condemned, and let his prayers become sin. Right? So anybody that has that hatred for the righteous or have an evil eye for the righteous, right? Yo, this whole chapter right here, I ain't gonna lie, a brother would make a whole prayer out of this for curses, man. It said vengeance invoked it upon adversaries, enemies. You're gonna have adversaries in your own nation, and you definitely got adversaries outside your nation. So right here in him, man, don't let my enemy stand over me. Right? Man, set a wicked man over him and let Satan be in the right hand of that wicked man. Right? That's you really putting a curse on the wicked or your adversaries. Right? Let's get one more. Okay, verse 11. Let the accuser catch all that he hath, and let the stranger spoil his labor. Right? The executioner is going to catch him with that damn mark of the beast. Right? The executioner, he's going to probably be the one that's going to help kill the 2/3, right? Through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? Um, Let me get one more. I'll go to 26. It said, help me, O Lord, my power. Save me according to thy mercy, to thy compassion, that they may know that this is thy hand, that thou, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, has done it. Let them curse, but bless thou when they arise. Let them be ashamed, but let thy servant rejoice. Let my adversaries be clothed with shame, and let them cover themselves with their own confusion as with a mantle. Guess what? When you, Lord willing, when this hopeful elect get beamed up, the adversaries is going to be so amazed by our strangeness. You know, you're going to be closed and shamed. And when that moment come, when these mother suckers is revealed, guess what? When the sinners and the wicked is revealed, the true wicked, the true devil is revealed, you know what I'm saying? The shame is gonna be put upon our damn enemies, man. All praises be to Yahweh Shema Shai. I read the last two. I will greatly praise Yahweh with my mouth. Yeah, I will praise him among the multitude. He shall stand at the right hand of the poor to save him from those that condemn his soul. You can be poor financially. You could be poor spiritually, and mentally. We just make sure this poor is going into what? Poor, the needy. and want, needy, chefly poor, needy person, subject to oppression and abuse, needing help, deliverance from trouble, right? Especially as delivered by God, generally reference to a lowest class. Mostly the hopeful, mostly the real hopeful elect is poor, right? Financially, right? Let alone some of us is poor in spirit because we're hit with niggas is poor and they charging you 900 for rent. You know, you got to use food stamps downtown, even though them food stamps come into handy, but we get all these poor things that we can use, these outlets. Salaki, y'all. Salaki. James 4 and 7, it says, submit yourselves therefore to power, to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. In order to be preserved from evil, you will have to submit to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Yield to his power. Turn from your wicked ways. Actually say, fuck your wicked ways. Turn away from your own man. Ephesians the 4th chapter, verse 22 to 25. You have to submit to the Lord in order to resist. So you will have to do what it says right here. Let's just show it. Ephesians 4. Oh, shoot. Ephesians 4, verse 22, that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man. Right? This is how the devil gonna flee from you when you uh put off concerning the former conversation of old man, which is corrupt according to deceitful lust. If it's corrupt, that means the devil, the deceiver, is going to have a hand in corrupting you more. And be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Being renewed is you submitting and being more subjected to Yahweh Shem Shai, playing your role in that ye put on the new man, the new women, right? The new man, which after God the Most High is created in righteousness and in true holiness. Wherefore, putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members one of another. We are all members one of another. So every man, especially if he's a teacher, he should try his best to bring out the truth. If you don't know and you just go on with your own, make sure get two or more witnesses that agree with you and see it. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's a hard thing or an easy thing, and I know it's gonna be a good lesson, I might hit up my brother Sam or Yaramayan, yo, you know, because I don't really have that the elders' information. Maybe Kawhi's, you know what I'm saying? I go to these brothers, yo, how do you see this? I see it how I see it, but I don't want to give you my point and then it seem like you following what I'm saying. No, how about you just say what you saying? Because I already know what I'm seeing it as. So then whatever you say, I could probably correct some of the things that I see it as. And an honest man is going to say, hey, I looked at it wrong. I'm actually wrong. But another brother can break down what he see it as. Oh, shoot, we saying the same thing. You ain't got to say no more. Right? This is Psalms 46 and 1. It says, God is our refuge and strength and very present help in trouble. So the Lord is a very present, uh, he's a very present help in trouble. This is why I'm not gonna lie. When I went through that car situation, the Lord definitely tells you when you do things that's pleasing to me, I will make your enemies be at peace. Um, you do things. You asking me, can you join my gang? I'm not in a gang, but if you know, serving the Lord, okay, yeah. But I don't know you. I can't really say you could join my gang. But if you are a so-called Edomite, you can go down the street to GOCC. They'll accept you. Me over here, if you a real blood and you come from the nation of Edom, nah, you can't. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, go tell the black Latinos and natives that they God chosen people. Right? Proverbs 16 and 7, it says, when a man's ways please Yahweh, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. Right? So our ways have to please the Lord for him to even make our enemies be at peace with us. And a lot of us go through certain things, and guess what? The enemy probably he wasn't on your ass. He wasn't, doing the things that, Esau normally do. Right? All praises be to the Most High, and you must be doing what the Lord requires, right? I'm happy for you, right? This is the last verse, Psalms 139, verse 7. Though I walk in the midst of trouble, that's like though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, right? Being in this hellhole is the valley of shadow of death, right? Spiritually, mentally, and physically, right? A lot of people is out here like the valley of dry bones. Thou will revive me. Thou shalt stretch forth thy hand against the wrath of my enemies, and thy right hand shall save me. The same way how Yahweh saved Peter from drowning. Yahweh, he could have just said, man, forget that. I'm going to let this man drown. This when Peter said, help me, that man leaned his hand. And a lot of us, Jake, we'll see niggas falling and don't want to build them up. Sometimes you could build somebody up by not directly going to them. Sometimes you could do a lesson. Sometimes you could do a lesson and that can build somebody up. Sometimes you could do a lesson that is a cut. They might feel like, yo, bro, was you talking about me? No, I ain't talking about you. There's other people that's dealing with these problems. But if the shoe fit, wear it. There's a lot of people that's going through the same problems, and you might do a lesson that might cut them up, and it might make them want to come serve the Lord even more, right? And even more, every man and every woman should be searching to be cut by the scriptures, because you should never. Look, the other day we was dealing with, I brought out doubt. I'm not fully doubting, but I seen other people. So I got spiritually afraid for myself because I know the Lord is the one that searched the heart. So if that brother got taken out, that was the Lord that did it. That wasn't him. The Lord seen in his heart. He didn't have a desire in this thing no more. So the Lord took him out. Sometimes the Lord might take a brother that think he almighty than somebody else. I have more precepts. I have all the knowledge. You can see all this. The Lord will swallow you up and you ain't doing not one lesson. That's Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And I mean that. You know what I'm saying? But Lord willing, the other brothers and sisters can get strengthened up in this thing. This lesson is really build your faith up because you have to believe that the Lord is going to preserve you in the time of trouble. But I know the Lord is going to if I do what please him, he might preserve me, but I still have to have it in my mind. Hey, I could probably lose an arm. Sometimes we might, the Lord gonna save me, ain't nothing gonna happen. Then you lose a finger. Oh, the Lord not really with me. He made me lose a finger. You still walking. You just got a finger. So I still put in my mind, I might lose a foot during this Jacob trouble or this. Guess what? I'm not around war, but it could be somebody shooting somebody else, and I did not know. You know what I'm saying? They could be using a sniper, and I walk past and they shoot my damn leg. And they go out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna put it past that it couldn't happen. You never freaking know. I might be like a Fetty Wap, one eyeball like this. What's up, y'all? You know what I'm saying? In order for me to really teach, I gotta turn like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to take away that that's not gonna happen, right? If it's the Lord's will, right? So Lord willing, this was edifying. I love y'all to the moon and never back. Death to America, death to Esau. I want to give our praise to the Most High. Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Rakakodash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world any calls Jesus the Christ. I'm not better than you, and you damn sure not better than me, but I know the Lord that I serve is better than anything that we doing. Right? Valid Edom said, I want to be your gang's footstool. Why can't I join? Well, I'm gonna tell you this: you're gonna be my footstool when Hamashiach Yahushai. I wouldn't want to rush for you to be my footstool because Yahushai, you should be Yahushai footstool before me. You know what I'm saying? Because when you really look at it, he said, David said that, let's get it. See, you just said that. Hell no. Man, I can't wait for that day, but not me. Right? Psalm something. I got so many precepts in my head. I can just kneel down and you can preach with your feet on my back. Hey, all praise to the Most High. There's other brothers that would love doing that. I would love doing it too. It's just for me. Yahweh Shema Shai, he got to get his first. That's how I feel, and that's how I stand. You know what I'm saying? This is Psalms 110, verse 1. It says, Yahweh said unto my Lord, right? And this is David speaking, sit thou on my right hand, right? And we already know that Yahweh Shai is on the right hand of Yahweh, not David, until I have made thy enemies thy footstool, right? Until the Lord makes the our enemies Yahweh Shema Shai's footstool, Yahweh Shai is going to sit on the right hand side of Yahweh, right? Even though later in the kingdom, these nations is going to serve under us, right? They serving us through the power by the power of Yahweh Shema Shai. So technically, all these enemies is going to be Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's footstools and ours. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, if that's what you really saying through the Spirit, all praises be to the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, I know he's witnessing this right now. So shoot, Lord willing, he preserve you for the kingdom, and you can be that freaking footstool. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, when those nukes come down, even though it's going to be a lot of rich people in the bunkers, Lord willing, the Lord preserve you to be a footstool. You said it, not me. You said it, not me. So all praises to Yahweh Shema Shai if that happens. But if you don't make it, guess what? We going to have plenty of it. It's your brother, Dar Gabar, man. Hey, I'm nothing. I am just a prisoner and a servant for Yahweh Shema Shai to the best of my ability. Lord willing, this was edifying. If you need be, I am going to put my YouTube on here for anybody that is on Facebook or 716. I'm going to just put this on here just in case if you want to know my YouTube page. It might be on the screen, but I'm going to just on screen anyways. R 144. YouTube. Hey, I'm going to put on the screen. The brother said, ask your elders if I can join. I highly doubt the elders is going to allow that. A lot of our videos is about edification and teaching. Our videos is not about making a mockery. Even if you are my footstool, after I get done teaching, just like this video, I'm going to go back to captivity. I'm going to go back in my home. You got to deal with turning on lights, paying bills, right? Buying food. I'm still in captivity, and I'm not going to get, that's not a luxurious thing for me right now. Because even if I step on your back, I kick you. Even if I tell you to make me a freaking turkey sandwich, light mayo, it's still not gonna hold effect. I'm still gonna serve your foreign fathers or whoever is in your nation that is running this world. I'm gonna still be serving them after I put my foot upside your head. I'm not getting nothing out of that. I'm just being honest. So I'd rather have it in its whole integrity when Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai comes, right? Because that will happen. It will happen. Everything that you're saying, it will happen. So, like I said, I'm glad the Lord allowed me to see Mr. Edom say that. He says, but your guys' feet must get sore from street preaching. You need a stool to rest on. You right. That's why when I come home, my beautiful wife or my Miss Adar rub my feet. All praises. All praises. You know what I'm saying? But I love the interaction, whoever you is. You should watch my other videos when I go on to your nation in the edification. You know what I'm saying? You need to start making videos and telling people the Black Latinos and natives is God chosen people. If you really are an Edomite, you should start a YouTube channel and start saying, yo, God chosen people are Edomites. Actually, when you get off this live, make a little story on Facebook or a rail video, like 1 minute, and say, hey, look, God chosen people is Israelites. You talk about being a footstool. Before you be a footstool, go pronounce that the real chosen people of the Lord are Black, Latinos, and natives, the real 12 tribes of Israel in this time right now. You go do that. You do that. That's what you do. Before you be a footstool, go confess who the real chosen, and do not say you. Do not say Edomites. Please. You do that. You do that for the nation. Don't do it for me. Do it for the nation. Because I'm not the only one that want to get in the kingdom. Right? Sabak, Elder Tahar, brother Apostle Rimlab, Apostle Gabar, Salaki, Apostle Gabar. Like I said, Sabak, Gorilla, freaking Deacon. I know Dan, Yaramayan, Sam, Bashar, Asher, freaking Key, Matt, your Dora, Sister Gwen. I could keep going on and on. Araya, Ariyah, Gabar from Chicago and his brother Daniela, Elder Macabre. Them brothers want to get into heaven too, right? So make sure you're doing it for the nation. Don't do it for me. Don't do it for Gabar, Adar Gabar. Do it for the nation Israel. And with that, Kwame Yasharella, Shalom.